Welcome to the Sports Motivation Podcast. It's another episode of Bars where I break down excerpts from books that I read, hip hop music that I listen to. So today I'm going to be breaking down an excerpt from a book. I have my phone out right now because I sent a text message to my son right after he lost a wrestling match. My son is a wrestler. He's 14 years old. He's a beast too. And I'm really proud of him. But he lost in his match. And I sent him something. And I want to explain. It's really, really powerful, very powerful, and it's very simple. But at the same time, I feel like it's something that's so simple we almost don't get it. You know what I mean? Because it hit me so hard, and it still hits me hard every day that I read it. And it's from a book that I keep by my bedside. So it's from Sun Tzu, The Art of War. And here it goes. He says, "He whom the ancients called an expert in battle, they gained victory where victory was easily gained. Thus, the battle of the expert is never an exceptional victory, nor does it win him reputation for wisdom or credit for courage. His victories in battle are unerring. Unerring means that he acts where victory is certain and conquers an enemy that has already lost." This is heavy, and when you read it in the context of war, you might look at this a little differently. You might think that they're saying, you should take advantage of your enemy when their morale is low, etc., which I'm not a military expert. I do enjoy war strategy, but I'm not a military expert, so I don't know that that's true or false. But let me tell you what this means in the realm of being an athlete. How to look at this if you're an athlete, someone who physically has to show up and perform in a certain way and attempt to conquer an opponent who also is looking to perform at a high level and take you out. And let's break it down piece by piece. So he says an expert. So we'll call the expert the high-performing athlete, the beast of an athlete, gains victory where victory was easily gained. So what that means for you as an athlete is that those things that you can do when you're performing, you need to do those because those are easy. For example, I'll give you an example as a football player. Anytime you watch a football game and there's a receiver who appears like they're getting ready to get hit and then they drop the ball, it's because they tried to start running from the defender before they caught the ball. So guess what a hard thing is to do? A hard thing is to juke out a defender and break a tackle. Guess what the easy thing is to do? Catch the ball. Catching the ball is easy for a football player. So they said that an expert in battle gained victory where victory was easily gained. So this means being very greedy with the little things, paying attention to the details. John Wooden, who was one of the greatest coaches of all time, if you were a McDonald's All-American and you came to John Wooden at UCLA, he would put you underneath the basket and say, "I want you to do putback shots, 1,000 of them." And this player's like, "What do you mean? Like, I want to do some three-pointers and dunks." And no. An expert in battle gains victory where victory is easily gained. It means you take advantage of those things that you can do. So I sent this to my son that day because I was noticing there were some things that he could do and he didn't take advantage of them. And what he was trying to do was something that was difficult. He was going after hard shit and trying to, do all these different maneuvers instead of taking his wins, taking the easy wins, if you will. Literally, when you look at the greatest, so John Wooden, another one, Floyd Mayweather, he focuses on the easy wins. So he says, thus the battle of the expert is never an exceptional victory. And the problem is a lot of us go after the flashy stuff. We want to score all the points in one play. We want to, make up for it in one. No. What we have to do is focus on one piece at a time. He says the battle of the expert is never an exceptional victory, nor does it win him reputation for wisdom or credit for courage. He's saying it doesn't even have to take courage. It actually is relatively easy to be productive every day. It is. It just requires you to do something little every moment, like something little. You just have to easily, and that's an easy thing. Now, it's hard when you think of it as, I got to accomplish all of these things today. But it's easy when you break it down into small victories. So he says his victory in battle are unerring. Unerring means that he acts where victory is certain and conquers an enemy that has already lost. So to me, what that means for an athlete is an unerring means that you act where victory is certain, meaning you win where you know you can win, and you win. It doesn't mean you don't take risk ever. It does not mean that. It just means that you win where you know you can win. You do what you know you can do. Like Kobe always talked about this. He said, I never asked myself to do something that I know I couldn't already do. He acted where victory was certain. You don't have to be Batman. Like, you just need to do the basics. And they say they conquer an enemy that has already lost. And to me, it's just the enemy that has already lost doesn't have to be the actual opponent. It just means the thing that's in front of you. For example, who's better, you or one push-up? You or one push-up? To use a very simple analogy, you or one catch? That catch has already lost. That catch is not as good as you. The catch is not hard to do. You can overcome that. That catch has nothing on you. So all you have to do is conquer that enemy. And then you got to conquer the next one, which is turn around. Then you got to conquer the next one, which is make a cut. Then you got to conquer the next one. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Now, much easier said than done, right? And that's why some of the most profound teachings are the most simple. But our job is to really take those simple, profound things and repeat them over and over until they become habit for us. So if you don't have Art of War by Sun Tzu, you must have that book. You must have that. It needs to be by your bedside. You should be reading that on a daily basis, at least one little bar. Get you several copies. They're like $4 on Amazon. All right? I'm going to talk to y'all soon. Peace out.